the lads, welcome back to the Cossy Arsenal podcast. My name is Cossy. Welcome back to a brand new video. This is the latest Arsenal news and transfer news as well. Arsenal and Ajax have now agreed a deal to sign Tommy Setford. A contract between Arsenal and the player has also been agreed until 2029. Deal done, deal dusted. According to the Athletic, Arsenal are now moving to make sure that they can conclude the signing of Ricardo Calafiori as the next major done deal as they look to sign players before pre-season. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel as well. Lots of things happening around this Arsenal timeline. Not the things I like, not the things that you particularly like, but things are happening, and that is the whole point of this transfer window: getting players done, getting signings done, and getting some players out of the door as well. So the Athletic have just confirmed right now that Arsenal have made their another signing of the summer. They have agreed a deal with Ajax to sign their young goalkeeper Tommy Setford. This is an exclusive from David Onstein, who confirms that a fee for the player will be around 1 million plus add-ons. Highly rated prospect expected to join on an initial 4-year contract to bolster AFC ranks at the moment. Listen, we are short in the goalkeeping ranks. We're very, very short in that department, and Arsenal have been working tooth and nail. Yesterday I said that Arsenal were looking to sign at least 2 goalkeepers before pre-season because both of our goalkeepers are actually into the finals of the Euros. Yes, they are not playing, but that means that they might not be able to come back early. They might have, maybe longer periods in terms of rest, in terms of breaks. So, and you never know. We're going to talk about Ramsdale. A club, actually 2 clubs have come in to try and sign him today. That is Southampton and Bentley as well. So that shows you that by the time we get into the new season, Ramsdale could be gone. David Raya has played until the finals of the Euros. He might not be here. We might have to, we might have to use our second choice goalkeeper or even third choice goalkeeper in pre-season. So what Arsenal have done here, I think it was around 3 days ago or 4 days ago, we went in with an initial bid of around 400,000 to Ajax to sign Tommy Setford. However, that was rejected right away. Ajax said this is a player we really highly rate. England under 20 international, one of the goalkeepers that England have, for the future. We are not going to let him go unless you give us an offer close to 1 million. And now what Arsenal have done, they have paid 1 million, including add-ons, so that could be around 800,000 plus a few add-ons, and then we've got the deal done. But what is important, in that article from The Athletic, is that they're saying that now Arsenal are very, very, confident, and they're working to close that deal for Ricardo Calafiori as well. After getting this one done, Ricardo Calafiori is going to be Arsenal's next signing. They feel like next week is going to be crucial. They feel like if it doesn't happen next week, then it's not going to happen. At times, I really wonder, how do we close the Tommy Setford deal within around 21 hours? This deal was done because, like I said, 3 days ago, Arsenal went in with an initial offer. Ajax said, we don't want to sell, but if you give us a good offer, we are going to sell. I think 48 hours later, it's a done deal. And then the Ricardo Calafiori deal is just going on and going on and going on. I know it's a difficult deal, but I think we should be able to find a compromise on that one as well. What I think about Tommy Setford, I've looked at his clips, I've looked at what he does as a player. Still a very young player to judge, still a very, very young talent. I think he comes into this Arsenal side as either a top goalkeeper for the academy or a third choice goalkeeper. Now, in my opinion, I think Arsenal might fail to sign Dan Bentley. And the reason as to why we'll fail to sign Dan Bentley is the price. I think the price is a little bit high. I think the price is a little bit, escalated. Arsenal value him at 50,000. His club value him at 1 million. And you can see that the goalkeeper Arsenal value at 1 million is an 18-year-old goalkeeper that has like 20 years or even 30 years, ahead of him. So that's what Arsenal want to do. If they're going to invest big money in the goalkeeping department, it's going to be on a young goalkeeper, on a young player that is actually, one for the future. So a 30-year-old goalkeeper in Dan Bentley might not attract Arsenal's attention in terms of raising their offer from whichever amount they're offering, 50,000, 100,000. It will depend on the second offer, to 1 million. So I can see Tommy Setford come in, be the goalkeeper that Arsenal use in be the goalkeeper that Arsenal use in pre-season. And then remember, we have already signed, another young goalkeeper in Lucas Nygard. So that means that Lucas Nygard could be one for the academy, and then Tommy Setford, already 18, at the same level as, not at the same level as Trafford, but I would say same age range as, as James Trafford, who might go to Newcastle. We might even see him as the first choice goalkeeper at Newcastle. So I think that's the way it's gonna work. Tommy Setford, third choice goalkeeper, and then Ramsdale leaves, and then we get in, we get in our second choice goalkeeper. It may be in Joan Garcia or someone else. Now, for the Ricardo Calafiori deal, yesterday Dimasio gave us an update, and I thought it was a little bit cringe. But the one thing I don't expect is that this deal is going to be called off, because reports from Sky say that the player has told Bologna and has handed in his transfer request, like I would say hypothetically handed in his transfer request. He's literally told them, I don't want to stay. I don't want to play here another season. That's why I agreed a deal with Juventus. That's why I agreed a deal with Arsenal, in order for me to find a different place for me to play my football, in order for me to find a different place for me to move on with my career. So he's told them, you either find a deal with Arsenal, you either find an agreement with Arsenal, otherwise I'm not going to be here. I don't know why this week has been slow. I don't think it's because of the Euros. I don't think it's because of the Copa America, like Mikel was saying. I think it's just because of Arsenal's, I would say, laziness this summer, because the Calafiori deal, that should have been done. But also, I don't think it has been totally bad. We have got Lokonga out. We have got Tavares out. We have brought in Tommy Setford now. I think it's been a busy week, but a week that has not really impressed the fan base. So let's pray that next week is a week that's going to bring in the deals that impress us, and me and you as a fan base as well. So Ricardo Calafiori could be the next signing, as Arsenal are now working on that after completing the Tommy Setford deal. Okay, let's talk about Aaron Ramsdale, as Arsenal have now received two very good clubs interested in signing their goalkeeper. I think the first problem with Ramsdale was that Arsenal were fearful of not receiving offers. However, we have two clubs interested. One of those clubs is Southampton, and according to Dan King, Southampton would like to contract Arsenal goalkeeper Aaron Ramsdale. As they look to push for the Premier League season. Arsenal would like to recoup the 30 million they paid Sheffield for Ramsdale and don't want to loan him out. However, if the asking price isn't met, they are willing to send him on loan in the hopes of his performances making a bigger fee next season. Southampton would prefer a loan deal initially for the English goalkeeper. So with Southampton, I think their goalkeeper, you cannot trust him. He's a young goalkeeper. I like him. And I think when I was doing with Glenn, one player I would sign from every Premier League team, including those that have been promoted to the Premier League, I said I would go and sign, Bazunu. I think it's called Gavin Bazunu, right? I said I would go and sign him from Southampton to be our backup choice goalkeeper. But I think Southampton are looking at Aaron Ramsdale as a massive chance, as a massive opportunity on the market. And yes, he is a massive opportunity on the market, because Arsenal know that they cannot keep him happy. Arsenal know they cannot give him the game time that he demands as a player, but also that he deserves as a player. He's a player that has been thrown out of the starting 11 without putting so many feet wrong. I don't know if that actually works as an English phrase, but you understand what I'm talking about. I don't think he did so much wrong in terms of, being a bad goalkeeper. I don't think that's why we dropped him. I think we dropped him because Mikel got a player who does what he wants better, and the player that Mikel and the coaching team, the goalkeeping coaching team, believe in or they have worked with, and therefore decided, we've not worked with this guy, let's bring in a guy that we've worked with, and that's going to be safer. So Ramsdale to Southampton, that's a deal that I can see happen. However, another deal that I can see happen is Ramsdale to Burnley. I still have high hopes that Burnley will come back next season. So I don't have any doubts. And I think they're also looking to strengthen. But Burnley, at the moment, they could be selling James Trafford to Newcastle. We were told that the deal was very close. I didn't really follow up to know whether the boy went and did medicals and signed for them, officially, or it's still a deal in the pipeline. But James Trafford could be going to Newcastle, and Muric, their current goalkeeper as well, is also leaving the club. So Burnley don't have a goalkeeper essentially. And if you look at Burnley and Southampton, those are the two clubs that would really want a goalkeeper like Aaron Ramsdale. And I think with Ram, he doesn't really have to be afraid. He doesn't have to fear a lot for his career. He can play for England while playing for Southampton. He can play for England while playing for Burnley. The only thing he's got to do is to stay in the Premier League, the way Pickford has done it. He stayed with Everton. He stayed in the Premier League. He's been absolutely, fantastic for Everton and absolutely fantastic for the England national team. If Ram can go, he's going to face a lot of shots at Southampton. We know he's a better shot stopper than Raya. So and I think most English goalkeepers, not goalkeepers, but English national team managers, that is what they look at. And for tournament football, honestly, unless you're Spain, that is what you should look at. Can you keep the ball out of our net? Can we trust you? I think Ramsdale can be trusted in keeping the ball out of the net for a club like Southampton, for a club like Burnley, and also for England as well. So at the end of the day, I'm going to say this. I can see Ramsdale now leave Arsenal. I think Southampton, that's a good club. That would be a very good offer. That would be a very good destination. I also think Burnley is a very realistic option. Now, I don't think Arsenal will get 30 million for Ram. I think it's going to be a loan deal initially without any option to buy, without an obligation to buy. Because, again, I don't see Burnley add 30 million in terms of an obligation clause. I don't see Southampton add 30 million in terms of an obligation clause. But both of these clubs know that they're signing a top quality goalkeeper. They're signing a high quality goalkeeper, a goalkeeper that you bring into your ranks, and he massively changes your dressing room. He massively changes your performances on the pitch. He's had that experience at the top, and he's also had the experience below. He's played for Sheffield, he's played for Bournemouth, and then he's played for Arsenal. So you're bringing a goalkeeper who knows life in the Championship. He knows life in the bottom half of the Premier League, and then he knows life on top of the Premier League. That is a very good asset. So a loan deal will work for Arsenal. A loan deal will work for Aaron Ramsdale very, very well, in my opinion. Let's wait and see how that one develops. Of course, if he leaves, then that means that Tommy Setford is not going to be the only goalkeeper that signs. I mean, we've already signed 3 goalkeepers: Setford, Raya, and Lucas Nigard. But that will not be the end. Arsenal will go on to sign another goalkeeper. That could be Yohan Garcia. Now, according to Mundo Deportivo, Arsenal are going to get their final answer on their long-term target. I don't know if it's a long-term target for Mikel Arteta, Mikel Merino, right after the Euros. So they're saying that after tonight's match in the final, a decision will be made about the future of Mikel Merino during the meeting with Real Sociedad. The feeling is now is that he will leave. Atletico Madrid and Barcelona are interested in him. However, Arsenal is strongly in the race and may offer the player the contract of his life, with Aston Villa interested. Yeah, I thought so. Mikel Merino, Douglas Luiz is gone. They're signing Onana. Villa will be interested in Merino. He's a very, very Unai Emery kind of player. Very, very. Now, there will be a meeting between the player and his club. We'll talk about that. 4 clubs are interested. That is what I want to talk about in this video. 4 clubs are interested. That is Villa, that is Arsenal, that is ATM, and that's Barcelona. Let's start off with the Premier League teams. I think the Premier League teams have a chance to, and the power to offer him mega contracts, a mega deal. 5 years, he's 28. They could offer him 3 years plus another year to extend, or they could offer him 4 years straight. a contract until 2028. Is that 2028? Yeah, 2028 or 2029. 2029 would be 5 years, so it's 2028. I think at this point in time, Merino is looking at two things. One, who gives me the most money? That's number one. Secondly, where can I go and genuinely play in the UEFA Champions League with a chance of winning it? He's looking at silverware. I think Arsenal stand a chance. Villa do have Champions League. I think Villa will have an amazing Champions League season than many people anticipate or many people really think. But I think if in the Premier League, we stand a bigger chance. In Spain, Barca stand a bigger chance, but I can see Mikel Merino as a kind of Atletico Madrid signing. And also with Barca splashing 58 million on Nico Williams, I can see Atletico Madrid jump them and hop in front of them in this deal. So overall, if I was to rank these teams, who's going to get Mikel Merino next week? Let's say, 1, I'm going to go Arsenal. 2, I'm going to say Atletico Madrid. 3, I'm going to say Aston Villa. 4, I'm going to say Barca. I think with Barca, buying Nico Williams, I think they will buy Nico Williams. If they buy Nico, where's the rest of the money? It's gone. It's gone. Anyway, another deal is done. Let's see if we can get more next week.